What's up, guys? How you doing? What an opening that was. Hope you guys are doing well. And we are back yet again with Quickie Wednesday Live, episode 20. That's right. We are back with episode 20 of Quickie Wednesday Live. Today we're going to be talking about a lot of things, a lot of stuff. Anything you guys really want to talk about, we will talk about, but let's not shy away from the fact that today will be a 7-movie digital giveaway. Today we will be giving away digital copy codes for Tim Burton's Batman films, Joel Schumacher's Batman films, and of course, last but not least, the Cornetto Trilogy. Simon Pegg, Nick Frost, and Edgar Wright. So hope you guys are doing well. Not in the chat right now, so give me 1 second. And we will get things on the road. Hope you guys are doing well. From last week and the last time we talked, hopefully everything's going good. And there's I guess a couple things that we could talk about along the way. But the big thing this week is this unboxing, I suppose, of this 4-movie set. So, that's that. So, hope you guys are doing well, as I said, and we are here. We're getting this show on the road. Unbelievable montages. What's going on, man? YouTuber Archive. What's going on? Crazy Gaming Dad. Hey, what's going on, Sean? How you doing? Thanks so much. What the hell? Okay. All right. There we go. I don't know what happened, but we're back. That was a weird little technical difficulty. I don't know. Didn't click anything on the phone. It just sort of, I don't know, just a weird glitch, I guess. But yeah, regardless, we're here and there's nothing I fear. And I know that your heart will indeed go on. But yeah, so this is the big thing we're going to be talking about today. This thing I picked up yesterday. I've been eyeing this bad boy for a couple months now. And finally, especially after Joel Schumacher's death, I said, I want to get these movies on 4K Blu-ray, so I want to get a set, I want to get a collection. And Best Buy had this great Steelbook collection, which is exclusive. I am keeping the this paper kind of covering on it, because if I didn't, I mean, the 4Ks are just kind of loose. I mean, they're not going to fall out, but I feel more, I don't know. As right now, this is how I have it, so I'm having it kind of just set on my shelf like this. But it is, a nice little box set. Not really sure what it's made out of. It's definitely not plastic. It's not tin. Maybe it is. I don't know. It's somewhere in between, really. But, yeah, so this is a 4-movie set. This is Batman, the 4-film collection from 1989 to 1997. If you guys are having any strange, if there's a, okay, never mind. Okay. If you need to put up the resolution of the video you're streaming, go ahead and do so. I don't know if you have, if it looks good or if it looks blurry, put the resolution up. I don't know what was going on there, but looks like things are back to normal, thank God. So yeah, so here we go. Looks fine. All right, cool. But so yeah, this was about $90-ish, and was it worth it? Yes, it was. You got 4 movies, the 4-movie Batman collection, 1989 to 1997. So right off the bat, I just want to open this bad boy up because it is real. It's probably the nicest set that I have. Probably the best collection that I have. So opening that up, you got the sides. So it is really worth it. And on the top there, Batman 4-film collection, 1989, 1997. And on the bottom, little DC thingamabobber here. So then you flip it to the back and you get the 4 steelbooks that are kind of securely in there, which is really nice. So, you know, if we take each one out one by one, let's actually take a look at these things. So yeah, keep in mind I will be giving away a digital copy code for each of these films a little later in the show. So hold tight for that. But the first steelbook we have is Batman. This is the 1989 Batman steelbook here, Michael Keaton. Opening it up, you got Batman on 4K and a nice little image of the Batmobile in there as well. So a nice steelbook overall. Not a glossy steelbook, but still it is nice in this packaging and this set. The next one we have Batman Returns. Keep in mind I also did watch Batman and Batman Returns last night for the first time from beginning to end, completely through. So I will be giving my thoughts on the movies as well. So Batman Returns, you got this purple kind of theme and another kind of shot of the Batmobile, Batman next to it. So I did really like the design of that one. So the first one was blue, second one was purple. No, I'm lying. Oh, no, I'm not lying. Yeah, first one was blue, second one was purple. So third here, Batman Forever. You got a nice green cover to this. I'm going to watch this tonight. Looking forward to that. Opening it up, you got another shot of the Batmobile from Batman Forever. This is the Val Kilmer Batman, I believe. So I've only seen bits and pieces of this, so I'm excited to watch the whole thing. And then finally, to end this collection, a fan favorite, Batman and Robin. One of the most quintessential films ever made, a masterpiece. What a movie. Batman and Robin on 4K steelbook here. Opening it up, you got the disc and the Batmobile from Batman and Robin. The nice red tint to the steelbook as well. So yeah, so that is the set. That is the 4-movie set for Batman, the 4-film collection. So I will be giving away a digital copy code, as I said, for each of these movies. So it is something to look forward to a little later. So I'm going to stick that right there. And let me just add to the title, because I'd like it to say Quickie Wednesday Live at the end there. So this is episode 20. Can you believe it? I sure can't. But yeah, so that is the set. Now let's actually get started talking about Batman and Batman Returns. As I said, this is the first time that I have seen these movies from beginning to end completely. So I wasn't really sure what to expect. But I'll tell you what. Batman, we'll start with Batman. We'll start with Batman 1989. I think that this movie, talking about Batman 1989, I think it's very good, actually. I think Batman 1989 is great. I really do. I think that Jack Nicholson steals the show as the Joker. I think he's great. Jack what is this character's name? Jack something, but he does a great job as the Joker, makeup on or off. He's great. He has some really great scenes, really great moments. Particularly if you haven't seen the movie, slight spoilers, but I love the sequence to where he's taking Vicky Vale up the long tower, and they got to climb the staircase. Batman's kind of injured, but he's kind of trailing behind them, making it up the stairs, and the Joker's kind of getting up the stairs with Vicky Vale, and that whole sequence on the top of the church or the wherever it is, and just how it leads to such a kind of really entertaining scene to where the Joker's getaway helicopter's there, and they put the rope down, so the Joker goes to grab the rope, so he's hanging above the city, which is so high up, because that staircase was just so damn high, and they let you know that because, I mean, it's pretty extenuous how long the staircase actually is, and it was, so clever that Batman attached the gargoyle, which snapped off, and kind of actually pulled Joker down to his death, even faster than he would have fell. He's got this big weight pulling him down. So I thought that was really cool. I thought that was really well done. And Michael Keaton as Batman, this is really the first time, like I said, that I've seen it from beginning to end. And I'll tell you what, his performance in this is really good. He's great as Bruce Wayne. He's good as Batman. He's got the facial expressions, in the bat suit. I really liked his performance. Vicky Vale, liked her. The movie does have slight pacing issues. There's a couple times where I was like, okay, maybe this could speed up a little bit. But I don't think that's Tim Burton's fault. Tim Burton directs these scenes really well. It's probably just with the script it could have been tightened up just a little bit, but honestly, what we did get, I do really enjoy. It is entertaining. It is kind of hard to get invested into because, I mean, you think Bruce Wayne is cool, you think Batman is cool, but is there really a reason to care? Is there really a reason to sink your teeth into it? I mean, you really don't learn that his parents got killed until, like, an hour plus into the movie, and then they don't really reveal that it was actually the Joker who killed his parents till almost an hour and a half into the film. So it's kind of like a throwaway thing. It's kind of like a side thought, because at the end he's just like, you killed my parents, and so yeah, it was, that part of it was a little silly to me how they kind of included that in there. But overall, I really, really, really like this Batman movie. And I'm giving it 4 out of 5 stars. So that's my thoughts on Michael Keaton's Batman, 1989. And I do think the score by Danny Elfman is very good. I think the theme is better than the score itself. The Batman theme, da-da-da-da-da, I think that theme is better than the overall score, but I do think the score is good as well on its own. Unbelievable montages to Tim Burton directing another Batman movie would be cool. It would be. But keep in mind, Batman Returns is the only sequel that Tim Burton has ever directed. So, I mean, they're talking about doing a Beetlejuice 2, but is that really going to happen? It's questionable. I really don't know. But I don't think it would happen, but it would be cool, all these years later, seeing how his style evolved into this kind of new Batman movie. But what we got, I do think is really good. So let's move into Batman Batman Returns. This take place a couple years after the first Batman. We get a lot of references to Vicky Vale and whatnot, but this time Batman is going up against the Penguin, and he's going up against Catwoman, who is played by Michelle Pfeiffer. And I think Michelle Pfeiffer, like before she becomes Catwoman and gets pushed out of the building by Christopher Walken, who also is great in the movie. She's great as Selena Kyle. She's really good in that role. She's so likable and kind of fun, and you want to spend time with her. So finally, when she goes batshit crazy and becomes Catwoman, she kind of trashes her place. You're like, okay, this is a really kind of fun performance. And she's great. She pulls it off. She's really great in the role. Daniel N. They need to get Danny DeVito to reprise his role as the Penguin in the Robert Pattinson Batman movie. Yeah, that would be awesome. But I think isn't Colin Farrell playing the Penguin? He's playing somebody. I don't know. I thought he might have been playing the Penguin. I don't know. But Danny DeVito was great in this role. Like, this was, what, 92 it came out? So 5 years later, he's doing Hercules. You know, it's a good time for Danny DeVito. I hope he directs the Batman Beyond movie. That would be awesome if Tim Burton did that. Daniel N. Colin Farrell is too tall. That is true. I'll be right back, guys. Don't go anywhere. I will be right back, and stick around. Give me about 3 minutes. I'll be right back. Sorry about that, guys. Wow, we've got 7 people watching. Absolutely nothing. I do apologize about that, but you know what the phrase is, you know what the saying is, you gotta go, you gotta go. And it turns out I had to go. But we're back. All situated and better. So, right. But, okay. So let's get back into it. We were talking about Batman Returns. Watched the movie for the first time last night from beginning to end. And I was saying how good Michelle Pfeiffer is in the movie. Really think she's good. One of her best performances, probably. I think Danny DeVito is great in the movie. Would be nice to see him reprise his role as the Penguin, as we were talking about in a Batman Beyond movie. Tim Burton directing another Batman movie would be cool. Yeah, it would. I think that would be cool. So if that's a Batman Beyond situation, I think Tim Burton would be a great choice for that. And I think that would be a great opportunity to bring in Danny DeVito as the Penguin in a way. So I think that would be cool. And Michael Keaton is being actually set up for that. So that would be pretty interesting to see the two of them together again. I think that would be something else. So we'll have to see what happens with that. But, so yeah, also with Batman Returns, the budget is a lot bigger. You could tell that the movie was more expensive. You could just see it with the cinematography, the special effects, everything really going on. It looks like a bigger, better production in a way, which is a good thing. I mean, I don't think the movie it looks fake or anything. I don't think that the bigger budget makes it look a little ridiculous. I think it looks fine. I think the money was well spent. And honestly, Danny Elfman's score for this one, I'm not gonna lie to you, I think it's as I said for the first Batman, it's a good score. But I think the strongest thing about it is the theme, is that Batman theme that he wrote. The score itself is fine, but you know, the theme, and every time the theme comes in, that's the best musical moments of the movie. It is entertaining. I think the pacing is a little better than the first one. You know, and at the end of the day, I think it's another fun, entertaining time, and I feel basically very similar than the way I do to the first film. So I'm going to give this one 4 out of 5 stars as well. Batman and Batman Returns both get 4 out of 5 for me, but what do I prefer? I prefer the original Batman. I prefer Batman 1989. My favorite sequence within any of these movies I was talking about before is the church sequence or whatever it is at the end of the movie when they got to climb the staircase and the whole sequence that happens above. That's my favorite sequence between these two films. So tonight, what I'm going to do is I'm going to watch Batman Forever for the first time, completely through. So probably next Wednesday I could give you guys my thoughts on that, or I'll put it on Instagram or something if you guys are interested. And I'm also probably going to watch Batman and Robin as well. Batman Forever, definitely, but Batman and Robin, 50-50. I mean, I'll probably do a double feature, like last night I did a double feature. I watched Batman and Batman Returns back-to-back last night, so I'll probably do the Schumacher films back-to-back as well. And since I'm on such a Batman kick, I might even go ahead and do the Nolan movies as well. Maybe even review them. Who knows? It would be actually cool to get actual reviews for those up on this channel. So we'll see what happens. But look, Daniel Land makes a good point. Colin Farrell is too tall for the Penguin. And that's actually very true. I mean, Danny DeVito, he's the perfect height for the Penguin. So I don't know how they're going to do it in this new Pattinson Matt Reeves movie. I don't know how Colin Farrell is going to be the Penguin, and I believe that's who he was cast as, but we'll have to see. How is he going to look? I mean, is he going to be skinny? I mean, Danny DeVito's Penguin was a short, stubby, really kind of fat, disgusting fella. So, with like black ooze and goo coming from his mouth almost every time he spoke. So, It's going to be interesting. And also, there's a couple lines in Batman Returns that are a little more questionable for me. Like everything with Catwoman and Michelle Pfeiffer. There's a lot of sexual innuendo, especially between Danny DeVito's Penguin and Michelle Pfeiffer. So there's just a couple of lines that make me feel a little uncomfortable. The feeling doesn't stay for very long, but it is kind of prominent. Like when he sees her in the bed, she comes to visit him because they want to work together, and he goes, "Oh, you're the pussy I'm looking for." You know, he's looking to he's just looking to bang. Interesting to see Penguin and Riddler in the same movie. Yeah, I mean, they're basically kind of chalking them up together. Kind of like, well, in Batman Begins, they chuckled up two together. You had Ra's al Ghul and you had the Scarecrow. So in this new the Batman movie, we're gonna have two more chucked up together: the Penguin and the Riddler. Who knows? Maybe they're gonna do the Joker in the second one, like they did with the Dark Knight. Who knows? What's gonna happen exactly? And also, you got Catwoman in this movie. There's a lot of stuff being introduced into this Batman movie, and honestly, it could be a mess. I mean, thinking about it, we got the Riddler, we got Catwoman, we got the Penguin, we gotta do another Batman origin, however they're gonna do that. You know, there's a lot going on here, so it could potentially be a mess. But think about it this way: they could easily introduce the Batman into this movie the way that they introduced him in the 1989 Batman movie, like I was just talking about. You really don't get an origin story for the Batman. He already exists when the movie starts. Everybody already knows who he is. And only throughout the film, you get kind of more and more pieces of information about how he became Batman and who he is and what he's doing it for and all this. You get that periodically throughout the film. So maybe they're going to do it the same way in the Batman movie. You know, who knows? But I don't know if they're going to be able to handle another origin story, but we'll have to see. I mean, if they nail it, they nail it. You never know. Honestly, I think it would be cool to have it kind of like it was in the 1989 film. We already have Batman exist in this universe. We don't need another origin story. But at the same time, it is harder to attach yourself to these characters. It is harder to attach yourself to Michael Keaton's Batman particularly, because he already is Batman when it starts, so there's really nothing to get latched on or invested into aside from like Christian Bale's Batman. You're on this journey with him, so you know. But it is fun though. It is entertaining, and it is well made. Ray Sai says, "Do you think they'll do another Ben Affleck Batman movie?" Hey Ray Sai, how you doing? Thanks for popping in to the stream. Hope you're doing well. No, I don't think they'll do another Ben Affleck Batman movie. You know, basically everything that happened with Ben Affleck and how he kind of got the hell out of there was kind of a mess, really, and there was just a lot of rumors and everything kind of going around. I mean, he blatantly lied to a crowd and said he was doing the Batman, and basically he wasn't, but he just had to say that for legal purposes, probably. So he's probably not going to do another solo Batman movie. If he ever appears again as Batman, I don't think that's going to happen. I really don't. I think he's out. But never say never. You know, pay him enough. If this Snyder cut of the Justice League really works out, then I think, you know, we'll have to see. Let's see. Unbelievable Montage says, "Did you see the new David Ayer movie trailer?" No, I did not. What, is he making a new movie? David Ayer. Oh, Suicide Squad director. New David Ayer movie. The Tax Collector. No, I did not see this. This trailer just dropped today. No, I didn't see it. I was at work. I came home, rushed and took care of the dogs, and had a little bite to eat. After big budget, critical misfire, Suicide Squad and Bright, writer-director David Ayer is returning to his scrappy and bloody crime drama roots in the upcoming The Tax Collector. RLJE Films is releasing the movie in August, 2 years after Ayer wrapped filming on the movie in summer 2018. All right. It's got Shia LaBeouf. So that's, he's a good actor. Written and directed by David Ayer. Okay. Shia LaBeouf, George Lopez. They're in it. So, notable names. August 7th, it's supposed to be coming out. No, I didn't watch a trailer, but I'm interested in watching it, that's for sure. Let's see. Ray Sai says, did you see Ray Fisher's comments about Joss Whedon being a terrible director on set? No, I didn't. Let me see. Ray Fisher comments on Joss Whedon. Let me see. Justice League Ray Fisher accuses Joss Whedon of abusive, unprofessional behavior on the set of the Justice League. That is interesting. This comes from Variety, if anybody's curious. Actor Ray Fisher accused director Joss Whedon of gross, abusive, unprofessional, and completely unacceptable behavior on the set of the 2017 Justice League in a tweet that quickly went viral on Wednesday. Fisher also claimed in his tweet on Wednesday that former Warner Brothers co-president production John Berg and former DC Entertainment president and chief what the hell happened? Chief Creative Officer Jeff Johns both enabled Whedon's alleged behavior on Justice League. Berg and Johns also served as producers on Justice League, and the film's poor performance was a factor in both executives exiting their positions, leading the DC Films unit at the studio. Fisher offered no corroboration for his claims, and attempts to reach his representatives for further clarification went unanswered. This is written so weird. Whedon had no comment. A representative for Warner Brothers did not immediately respond to a request for comment. We'll reach for comment on Wednesday afternoon. Berg told Variety that it was categorically untrue that we enabled any professional behavior. I remember Fisher being upset that we wanted him to say "booyah," which is a well-known saying of Cyborg in the animated series. Berg added. Okay, so Ray Fisher's tweet: Joss Whedon's on-set treatment of the cast and crew of Justice League was gross, abusive, unprofessional, and completely unacceptable. He was enabled in many ways by Jeff Johns and John Berg. Accountability, entertainment. I don't know. I don't know what to make of that. I really don't. Who the hell knows? I mean, he could have just been saying that stuff in support of the Snyder Cut. Like, he might have been like, you know what? This guy, don't watch this movie. We're going to do this Zack Snyder Cut. Because everybody's on board for it, apparently. Let's see. Ray Sai says, I read that Ben Affleck's Batman movie was going to take place in Arkham Asylum. Yeah, well, there were so many versions of that script. So maybe one of those versions, yes, it was going to take place in Arkham Asylum. But who knows, really? I mean, there was a lot of versions of that script floating around. So it very well could have been. And if it was, that could have been cool. Like the game. One of the games was Arkham Asylum. Unbelievable montages, writes the tax collector with Shia LaBeouf. Yeah, I gotta watch a trailer for it. Hopefully, it looks good. I mean, I don't know. Maybe you've seen the trailer for it. Did any of you guys see the trailer for the tax collector? David Ayer, the only really movie that comes to mind of his is Suicide Squad, which I did not necessarily care for. So let's see. He directed. Okay, so Harsh Times, haven't seen it. Street Kings, haven't seen it. End of Watch, haven't seen it. Sabotage, haven't seen it. Fury, I did see Fury. I did like it. Suicide Squad, not a fan. Bright, haven't seen it. That's it. Tax Collector. His next movie, And there's a Bright 2 coming out, apparently. But yeah, I would say David Ayer's best movie is Fury. That's probably his best movie. I didn't even love Fury, to be honest with you. I liked it. I thought it was okay. As war movie goes, it's not one of my favorites. But I mean, it's his best movie. Now, keep in mind, I haven't seen hardly any of his films, but from what I have seen, Fury is his best movie. Daniel N. End of Watch was pretty good. So was Street Kings. Yeah, End of Watch was that movie with Jake Gyllenhaal, right? Let's see. Yeah, Jake Gyllenhaal, Michael Pena. Short documentary style. Oh, shot documentary style. This film follows the daily grind of two young police officers in L.A. who are partners and friends, and what happens when they meet criminal forces greater than themselves. Yeah, I'd be interested in watching that. Absolutely. I would love to check that out. Maybe I will. That looks pretty... sounds pretty good, actually. You know? And what was the other one you mentioned? Street Kings. Let's see. Street Kings. Don't know what Street Kings is. Okay, so Street Kings is his second film. Keanu Reeves is in it, Forrest Whitaker. An undercover cop, delusioned by the death of his wife, is implicated in the murder of an officer and must struggle to clear himself. Alright, sounds kind of basic, but could be good, you know, with David Ayer's style, you know. Ray Sai says, that's the movie where Shia went full method actor and chipped his tooth. What one? Which movie are you talking about, Ray Sai? Is Shia LaBeouf in that? Oh, Fury. Yeah. That's true. Yeah, he was good in that movie. Like, Shia LaBeouf could have got an Oscar nomination for that movie. He was so good. Let's see. Daniel N. Jake and Michael Pena. Highly recommend it. It's like an episode of Cops on Steroids. Alright. I like the sound of that. I always got that confused with Let's Be Cops, which is the comedy. End of watch. So let me see. Oh, is it on Netflix? Let me see. If it's on Netflix, I'll give it a go. Oh yeah, it is, isn't it? I think it is. It's coming up on Netflix. All right. Yeah. All right. Well, then I'll definitely give it a go, and I'll give you guys my thoughts on it for sure. Either I'll tweet about it, put it on Instagram, or talk about it next week. So yeah, thank you for the recommendation. I like David Ayer as a director. It's just with Suicide Squad, it was just a giant misstep. I mean, you're allowed a stinker. Everybody's allowed a stinker, you know? Like my favorite director, Steven Spielberg. 1941 is a stinker, I think. It's the movie he made. I have a review for it up on this channel. Is it a horrible film? No. But it's a stinky film. It's a stinker. Everybody's allowed a stinker. So, who knows? Unbelievable montages. Well, Suicide Squad is Warner Brothers' fault for giving him only 6 weeks to write the script. Yeah, absolutely. 100%. You know, now listen, some scripts are written over a weekend. You know? So, is a 5-week period really to blame here? I mean, everybody's saying, give us the David Ayer cut of Suicide Squad. David Ayer cut, David Ayer cut, David Ayer cut. But what is the David Ayer cut? It's a lot different than the theatrical cut. So, is it Warner Brothers' fault for not letting them release the movie he wanted to release? I don't know. I really don't. But honestly, I would love a David Ayer cut of Suicide Squad. I'd love that. He was even tweeting about it. He's clamoring for it. You know, I think we need to get that. I think we need to get that going. I think that would be awesome. Another great marketing strategy for HBO Max. Get the DCEU cuts that everybody wanted. Every misstep they took. We're getting the Justice League Snyder cut. Hopefully we're gonna get a David Ayer Suicide Squad cut. But would they do that? Because James Gunn has a Suicide Squad movie coming out. So would they do that? Unbelievable Montages says they did release an extended cut, but the editing was still the same. Yeah, look, the extended cut of the Suicide Squad was basically the exact same thing as the theatrical cut, only with like a deleted scene or two put in. That's about it. The movie was exactly the same. If we got a David Ayer cut of the Suicide Squad, it would probably be a different movie. The extended cut of the Suicide Squad did not make it a different movie. It made it the same exact movie. And it didn't make it any better either. From what I remember, I think I did watch the extended cut, and it did nothing for me. I couldn't even tell what they added, because it was all equally shit. But that's just my opinion on it. I know people that like that movie, I personally don't. You'll never see me own that. Unless it's in like a box set, but I mean, that's highly unlikely that I'll ever get, because I already have the DCE movies on single packaging. So you have Man of Steel in 4K. Aquaman, Shazam, and Birds of Prey. So I do plan on getting Wonder Woman on 4K. That's coming out on 4K Steelbook a couple weeks. Either the end I think it might be coming at the end of July, to be honest with you. I don't know, but whenever it does, I'm going to pick up the Wonder Woman 4K Steelbook. So that's something to look forward to. Now, another thing that I wanted to mention, just wanted to throw this out there. I hate even talking about it because it makes my skin boil in a way. But there has been a lot of talk about upcoming Pirates of the Caribbean movies. A lot of upcoming talk about a lot of Pirates of the Caribbean movies. And there were reports that Karen Gillan is going to do a Pirates of the Caribbean movie. Now there's reports that Margot Robbie is going to do a Pirates of the Caribbean movie. Guess what? This may all be a ploy. This may never happen. Just like they say, this person's working on a Star Wars movie with the writer of this show. That's great. But is it going to happen? I mean, you can work on it all you want. But is it going to happen? So let's see. Ray Sai, we don't need a reboot or another Pirates of the Caribbean movie. For me personally, I love those movies. I really do. So I would be down for another one. I like the fifth one. I mean, I really do. It's better than the fourth one, I think. I think 4 is the worst. I think 1, 2, and 3 are the best, and I think 5 is the second best. Yeah, I think the Gore Verbinski trilogy is the best, and then I think Dead Men Tell No Tales is second, and then On Stranger Tides is third. Now, I don't dislike the fourth movie. I like it. I do. I like it. It's just not great. There's just something about it that is just, I don't know. Daniel N. Did you read how bad Johnny Depp was on those movies? He couldn't remember his lines and had to have them fed to his ear. Now, you're saying, did you hear how bad Johnny Depp was on those movies? So, what are you talking about? Are you talking about his performance in all of them? Talking about his performance in the second one, third one, fourth one, fifth one? Which one are you talking about? Because, let's see, Daniel N., just as an actor in general. Well, look, I don't think that really matters, because he was nominated for an Oscar for the first movie. Daniel N., he wasn't professional. I think that's bullshit. I really do. Now look, Johnny Depp is one of my favorite actors. He really is. And, you know, I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just saying I think it's bullshit. No offense. But, look, Johnny Depp, as I said, one of my favorite actors. Love his movies. Love him as an actor. Top 2 favorite actors. Him and Leonardo DiCaprio are my favorite actors. And I've seen all the bonus features pretty much for the Pirates of the Caribbean movies. I have. I've seen the bonus features. Nobody's feeding Johnny Depp lines. I mean, there was a goof in the bloopers where in the second movie he had to say the Flying Dutchman and he forgot the name of the ship. But I mean, can we call that unprofessional or can we call that human? You know, tell me the truth. Really, it's human. I don't think he was unprofessional, but that's just my opinion. You might not. You might know something I don't. But look, he was nominated for an Oscar for the first movie. I mean, come on. I mean, what the hell? Unbelievable montages says, I can't believe it. Or I can believe it since Amber Heard was still abusing him during that period. Well, look, Daniel N. said as an actor in general. He said, did you read how bad Johnny Depp was on those movies? So he's saying those movies as an actor in general. So he's talking about 1 through 5. He's talking about all of them. Those movies in general. And I think that's bullshit. I do. No offense, but I think that's bullshit. I think maybe in Pirates 5, in the most recent one, he might have not been able to remember his lines as well. And they had to be fed to his ear. Because he was going through a filthy... Well, I don't think he was going through a divorce at the time, but he was in such an abusive relationship. So... I mean, he's Captain Jack Sparrow, man. He's Johnny Depp. And the guy's in such an abusive relationship. He's coming into work every day to make everybody happy. He's bringing this character to the screen. I mean, give the guy a break, you know? Daniel N. says, I'm just remembering what I read. I don't have an opinion either way. I enjoyed his portrayal as Jack Sparrow. Oh, yeah. Well, look, man. I didn't read that personally. I didn't. So... I mean, I don't know, but I love his portrayal too. I mean, he's freaking amazing, you know. Love him in those Pirates movies and all the Tim Burton movies that he did. He's a great actor, and I just can't see a man so humble being unprofessional on purpose. I think he was going through a wicked relationship, a wicked abusive relationship, and that's the reason why certain things happened with Pirates 5. But the movie came out. And he's good in it, you know? I mean, he's good in it. What are you going to do? You know? But that's a different conversation entirely. But, excuse me. But look, this whole talk that Margot Robbie is now in talks to do a Pirates of the Caribbean movie is the same as anybody saying that they're working on any movie. It wasn't confirmed. It wasn't confirmed. It wasn't. It was just reported. And anything could be reported. Anything. And it'll get traction. Especially a story like that. You could say Billy Bob Brown is going to be the next Harry Potter. And people are going to comment on it. So I don't fully buy that anybody is doing any kind of Pirates of the Caribbean movie till we get an actual announcement. Because Johnny Depp is the face of that series. He is. It's like making an Indiana Jones movie without Indiana Jones. It's like making a Harry Potter movie without Harry Potter. It's like making a Spider-Man movie without Spider-Man. It's the same kind of thing. You can't do it. You can't. You can't. It just doesn't make sense. I don't understand why they would do that. But we got to give this guy some slack. J.K. Rowling saw that Johnny Depp was the great man of heart. He's Grindelwald in those movies, and he's doing fine. But he's got to get some more roles. He's got to get back out there, and I can't wait to see him do another movie with Tim Burton. It's been, 8 years since Dark Shadows? That's the most recent Tim Burton, Johnny Depp collaboration. We need another one. Those two need to get together again. And Tim Burton's last movie was kind of a stinker. Dumbo. The live-action Dumbo. That movie was kind of a stinker. So, let me see something here. All right. But, yeah, I think we have to just wait and see, I mean, Pirates of the Caribbean movies, I don't know why they take so long to make, to be honest with you. I really don't. I don't understand why they have so many problems getting made. It doesn't make sense to me. It's almost like Disney is hesitant about doing it. But yet they make a movie like Artemis frickin' Fowl. Did anybody ask for Artemis Fowl? No. If you made another Pirates of the Caribbean movie, that would have done 10 times better than Artemis Fowl. Unbelievable montages. Unfortunately, the Amber Heard situation sort of ruined his career. His last movie didn't even get released. Yeah, I was excited for that movie, too. City of Lies or something it was called. I was really looking forward to that. Ray Tsai, there are a lot of people that support Amber Heard because of the whole Me Too movement. I don't care. I mean, not saying to you, but I'm just saying personally, I don't personally care about Me Too, I mean, with Amber Heard or anything. No, I care about Me Too. Let me rephrase that. I care about Me Too. But when you have audio recordings of Amber Heard admitting to abusing Johnny Depp, I don't care if you're a woman or not, you're doing despicable things and you're going to pay the price for it. I think she's kind of crazy, so I kind of believe Depp. I've heard recordings. Like, if you look, you'll find them. Of her admitting to hitting him and all this. I mean, she's a Looney Tune. She really is. She thinks she is perfect and a princess and all this, and it's just, like Johnny Depp had it so good, when he was with his first marriage. He loved that woman. I remember watching him on Oprah and how he was talking about how he met her and all this. I mean, once that went downhill and they split and he got with Amber Heard, I mean, it was just a bad... Look, everybody makes bad decisions. They do. But should that ruin his career? I mean, he picked the wrong girl. He picked the wrong woman. I mean, come on. This guy is Captain Jack Sparrow. Look at his filmography. The man's been nominated for 3 Academy Awards. First for being Jack Sparrow, Pirates of the Caribbean, The Curse of the Black Pearl. Back to back, actually, the next year for Finding Neverland, and back in 2007-8 for Sweeney Todd, The Demon Barber of Fleet Street, which I do, honest to God, believe if Daniel Day-Lewis was not Daniel Playview that year and won the Oscar for There Will Be Blood, I highly believe Johnny Depp would have won for Sweeney Todd. I think the only thing in his way was Daniel Day-Lewis. Unbelievable montages. Says she's still going to be an Aquaman 2, though. But is she? Is that confirmed? Like, is it 100% confirmed? I don't think it is. I think it's assumed. But when I go online, you see all these places that are doing petitions to get her out of the movie. Now, I don't sign it, but I see it. I mean, I'm not gonna get involved in that. I mean, it might be bogus, to be honest with you. I mean, there was a lot of petitions for The Last Jedi to get totally retconned. But did you guys see the news circulating about Star Wars and something that happened in Star Wars Rebels Season 4 towards the end of the season about the veil of the Force or something, and how they want to retcon the sequel trilogy by doing that? I don't know. I didn't hear much about it. It was just something that a friend of mine said, and I said that's interesting. Like, I don't think they would do that because, I mean, say what you want about the movies, they made lots of money. And at the end of the day, that's the only thing that matters. You really think that Kathleen Kennedy is upset that the fans were divided? You really think she was upset? No. The movie still made over $1 billion. So did The Rise of Skywalker. You know, I mean, she made bank. I don't think she really cares, to be honest with you. Daniel N says, I saw something about that, but didn't read the article. Yeah. I didn't read it either. My buddy just mentioned it to me briefly, and I think that's kind of crazy. Someone made up conspiracy theories that they are erasing The Last Jedi. I heard more than that. I heard that they were erasing 7 through 9. You know? No, that's never going to happen. If you had a guy like Dave Filoni, the head of Lucasfilm, which I hope to God it happens someday, I really do, once Kathleen Kennedy steps down, or whatever the case may be, I hope Dave Filoni... I don't understand why George Lucas didn't give it to Dave Filoni. Why wouldn't George Lucas sign Lucasfilm over to Dave Filoni? I mean, listen, Dave Filoni was the guy that made the Clone Wars and the Rebel series great. Could he take care of the whole company and produce the whole company? Who knows? But I think he's getting his foot wet, and he's tapping his foot in the water with The Mandalorian, producing that, doing some episodes for that. So, we'll see. You know, but I think Dave Filoni and like John Favreau are the future of Star Wars, you know, with The Mandalorian and whatever else they do. I mean, that's the most successful thing Star Wars has got going right now, you know. And that's not because of Kathleen Kennedy. It's because of John Favreau and Dave Filoni. So, who knows? Who knows? We'll have to see. But, alright. So, before we do the digital giveaway, I do want to just show this off as well quickly. This is the other set that I just got. The 3-movie set. There was only one left on the shelf, and I was surprised. I was like, okay, I have to pick this up. By the way, I've only seen The World's End. I haven't seen the first 2. So, like I said, tonight I'm probably going to watch Batman Forever and Batman and Robin. So maybe tomorrow night I'll watch Shaun of the Dead and Hot Fuzz. Did you see the new Tenet poster with the 8/12/20 date? Yeah, I did, actually. I think the poster looks cool. And the movie got postponed again. And so did Mulan, didn't it? Did Mulan get postponed again? I mean, honestly, I don't even think it's something to talk about anymore because, I mean, these movies are getting postponed left and right. They're supposed to be coming out, and guess what? They're not coming out. Not coming out, not coming out, not coming out. So, until we're like a week or 2 away from the release of these things, then I think it's okay to talk about. But as right now, okay, August 12th. Wonder Woman 1984, October something. Beginning of October. It's going to happen? Who knows? Unbelievable Montages says, I think they're getting postponed again in August. Who knows? You know? I mean, it wouldn't surprise me. But is it really something to go crazy over right now? I don't think so. Because you're probably right. They might get postponed again. And we'll be talking about it then. So I can't tell you that that's the release date when I don't even know if that's going to stay. You know? Who knows? It's like go to a horse track, you're going to bet on the races, you know, and all the odds of the horses are changing within the minute. That's what's happening of these release dates, you know. The odds are always changing on when they're actually going to come out. You know, is it going to be 100%? I don't think so. So we'll see. I mean, hopefully it sticks because I want to see it. You know, I want to see Mulan. I want to see Tenet. I want to see A Quiet Place Part 2. I want to see The Conjuring 3, which is supposed to be coming out in September, which is 2 months away. And we don't have a trailer for it yet. Something sketchy going on with that. Rayside, Corona is resurging across the U.S., so unless this curve gets flattened, theaters aren't going to be showing new movies. Unbelievable montages. I heard Conjuring 3 got postponed to 2021 or something. Really? I did not. Let's see. Um... 22 hours ago, Deadline said that studios were nervous about August. Conjuring 3 likely to exit September 11th weekend. Conjuring 3 likely to be delayed by New Line Cinema. Conjuring 3 release date will likely get delayed until 2021. Damn, that sucks. That's one of my most anticipated movies. Like, I freaking love those Conjuring movies. I really do. And do you think that we're going to get Conjuring 1 and 2 on 4K Blu-ray? Do you think that's a possibility? Anybody? Like, because I would love that. Those are my favorite horror movies, along with Halloween, 1978, I think it came out. And also, yeah, so let's see. Favorite horror movies? Conjuring, Conjuring 2, the original John Carpenter's Halloween, The Shining, and if I was to top off a top 5, I don't know. Sleepy Hollow, Annabelle Creation, I don't know. I'd have to think about it. But a very solid 4 favorite horror movies: Conjuring 1, Conjuring 2, Halloween, John Carpenter, and The Shining. So, unbelievable montages. Conjuring 4K is already on digital, so likely, yeah. Oh, man. I would love that. I would absolutely love that. Because, yeah, I mean, the Blu-rays are fine. I have them here. But I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't really like this cover. It's very standard and boring. It's very boring. No, nothing against the actress, but the cover is just kind of boring, you know. And it didn't even come in a combo pack. It's a single disc. There's no artwork on the disc. I mean, I need. This would look so good at 4K. And sound so good in 4K. I need it desperately. Now, this had a nice lenticular cover, so that was cool. The case is a little better. And the spine and everything. And the back. I mean, the discs don't really have artwork on them, but, I mean, the cover is not as boring. But, I mean, look, I want new Conjuring releases. I think it's time. I really do. I have my other 2 favorite horror movies on 4K, The Shining and Halloween. So come on, it's time for that. Right now, Warner Brothers and other studios are working on releasing older movies in 4K. Warner Brothers reported to be working on Blade 1 in 4K. Hey. That might be true. Who knows? But I just hope it happens. Like, I'm alright with my Blu-rays right now. I'm alright with them. But I want Conjuring 4Ks. If they were on Steelbook, Best Buy exclusive Steelbooks of the Conjuring 4K movies, I would lose my... I would. It would be gone. So... yeah. But speaking of 4K, let's get back to this. Let's see. Oh, yeah, and 300 plus V for Vendetta for 4K. Yeah, I'm going to check the website right before I do the giveaway. I'm going to check the website. But, yeah, so this is part of the giveaway today. It is one code. So there's going to be 5 codes given away entirely. So one person is going to win 3 movies. One person is going to win 3 movies. And then the other 4 Batman movies. So there's 4 codes for them, 1 code for this. YouTuber Archive says, awesome. Yeah, man, definitely. So taking off that slipcover, you got this nice shot of that Hot Fuzz World's End Cornetto Trilogy. Spine there, it doesn't say Cornetto Trilogy, which it probably should, but what are you going to do? The back there. So you open them up, you got a whole bunch of discs. You got the 4K and the Blu-ray of Shaun of the Dead. You got the 4K and Blu-ray of Hot Fuzz, and you got the 4K and Blu-ray of The World's End. So really excited to watch these in 4K. I'll probably be talking about them more in depth next week during the show, because during that time I'll be able to watch them all and watch the other 2 Batman movies as well. I'm probably going to do that tonight. So yeah, definitely going to be a good time. Part of the giveaways today. So right before, we're going to do that in about 5 to 10 minutes, by the way, just to let everybody know. Unbelievable Montage says, I was going to get that set, but I'm going to wait for better 4K transfers. I don't think Edgar Wright supervised those. I hope he supervises Scott Pilgrim right. So you think they're going to re-release those movies in 4K? You think that those are bad transfers? I don't know. It's 4K. I never owned them. Why not? All right. So let me check for upcoming Blu-ray releases. See if they've updated the site with anything good. And I'll let you know if I'm going to pick anything up. So July 7th is next Tuesday. Not planning on picking anything up there. July 14th. Don't plan on picking anything up there. July 21st, I'd like to get Marriage Story on Criterion, but that doesn't come with the digital code. Spartacus on 4K, 50-50 chance I'll be getting that. Week after, July 28th, Wonder Woman does come on 4K Steelbook at Best Buy, so I'm going to pick that up. So that'll be the next new release code, probably. Going over to August 4th, probably going to pick up The Town on 4K Steelbook. Already have Inception on 4K, so I'm probably not going to pick up the Steelbook for it. Moving over to August 11th. Nothing I'm going to probably get there. August 18th. Probably not. August 25th. Probably not. Let's move over to September. So yeah, September 1st is a big one. Big day. Goonies 4K, Sherlock Holmes 4K, Sherlock Holmes Game of Shadows 4K, and Beetlejuice 4K. So that's a big day for 4K. That rhymed, but that's a big one. September 8th, nothing really. September 15th. September 15th, Home Alone and Hocus Pocus come out on 4K, but I never really was the biggest fan of Hocus Pocus, so I'm probably not going to get that. And Home Alone, I mean, I have the Blu-ray edition, so I don't think I really need that on 4K either. 21 and 22 Jump Street coming on 4K that same day, September 15th, so I will be picking those up on 4K. So I'm looking forward to that. Okay, September 22nd, Whiplash is getting a 4K Blu-ray release. So, definitely going to pick that up. Weird movie, random movie. Also, Full Metal Jacket 4K, September 22nd. Going to be picking that up as well. Moving on to September 29th. Nothing really interests me there. And then going into October, we really have no official announcements yet. So that is the plan. Terminator 2 4K definitely needs a re-release. They should do that first. Yeah, but you really think James Cameron is going to do that? Another 4K release? I mean, shouldn't he put like Titanic out first on 4K? And Avatar? I mean, why isn't Avatar on 4K? It doesn't make sense to me. I was going to... Okay, so Unbelievable Montages. 2 out of 3 of them are okay, but Hot Fuzz looks really bad. They have re-released Blu-ray transfers in the past, so I think they'll do it for 4Ks eventually. Interesting. Daniel Annie has no time. We've been waiting for over 10 years for those Avatar sequels. Yeah, I mean, is really anybody clamoring for the Avatar sequels? I mean, is anybody really going nuts over those? I mean, I'm not really excited for that. Unbelievable montages. I wish they released Elephant Man in 4K, but Criterion doesn't want to join the 4K game. Not yet. Daniel N says not really. Yeah, not really. Not really looking forward to... Not really looking forward to the second Avatar movie. Believe it or not, Avatar is another movie that I haven't seen completely from beginning to end. Is that crazy? I think it is. So, I like what I saw. You know? But, you know... Oh, look at that! Batman 1989 was nominated for 1 Oscar. Best art decoration, it won the Oscar. Golden Globes, Jack Nicholson nominated for Best Action, Musical, or Comedy. BAFTAs, it was nominated for a bunch of BAFTAs. Best Supporting Actor, Jack Nicholson. Costume design, makeup, production design, sound, special effects. That's really cool. That's really cool. Oh. I did not know that. So let me see. Let me see here. Okay. So first we're going to do the digital giveaway for Batman 1989. I'm going to do that now. James Cameron still needs to release The Abyss and True Lies in 4K. I guess we got to wait 10 years for those too. I don't know, man. All I want is like a Titanic on 4K, Terminator 1 on 4K, Avatar on 4K. Maybe they got to do like a James Cameron box set, 4K box set. You know? I think that would be cool. All right, so let me type out this question. And we'll start with the code for Batman. Okay, so here we go. So the question, let's see. First, unbelievable montages. Titanic would look very good in 4K. Yeah, I agree. Okay, so for the Batman 1989 digital copy code, the question is, Danny Elfman composed the score for Batman 1989. How many Oscars was he nominated for? Kind of a random question, but Danny Elfman, composer of Batman, was nominated for how many Oscars? We got Michael Reyes coming in second place. YouTuber Archive popping in first with 4. Michael Reyes coming in second place with 4. Hey, Michael Reyes, how you doing? Thanks for popping in the stream. Thanks for chiming in. You know, so thanks so much for doing so. So yeah, Michael Reyes, second place. YouTuber Archive, first place. Congratulations. That is correct. Danny Elfman nominated for 4 Oscars. Back in 1998, a double Oscar nominee for Good Will Hunting, Best Original Dramatic Score, and Men in Black, Best Original Musical or Comedy Score. Moving into 2004, he was nominated for Best Score for Big Fish. 2009, Best Original Score for Milk. If we go to Golden Globe Awards, he only had 3 Golden Globe Awards. 1994, Best Original Score for The Nightmare Before Christmas. 2004 for Big Fish, and 2011 for Alice in Wonderland. Honestly, if you want my honest-to-God opinion about Danny Elfman, I think he should have got an Oscar nomination for Alice in Wonderland. I think that's an incredible score. And honestly, I think that's probably his best score. I think Alice in Wonderland is probably Danny Elfman's best score. Or like maybe Spider-Man 2. You know? Or maybe Sleepy Hollow. Edward Scissorhands. I don't know. Danny Elfman has a lot of great scores. Maybe I gotta rank them sometime, but yeah, Alice in Wonderland, that's a great score. But yeah, congratulations, YouTuber Archive. I think you already messaged me on Instagram, so shortly after the show, I will send you that code. So congratulations. All right, next up, we got a digital copy code for Batman Returns. So let me see here. Let me see. It's tricky, tricky, tricky. A question I want to ask. Oh, hey, unbelievable montages. Before I do that, how was the Deer Hunter? I know you said you were watching it. Didn't have time to respond. I had to get the show started, but how was that? I stopped the movie. I'll finish it after the stream. It's 3 hours long. I'm only an hour and 10 minutes in. Oh. Damn. Well, that's good you're enjoying it. Hopefully it looks good on 4K. Let me see. That's a tough one. I gotta find something to ask here. Okay. All right. So here we go. So for the Batman Returns code, okay. All right, so before we do this, Unbelievable Montage looks really good, and it even has a 2.0 mono track for audio. Wow, awesome. All right, so for the Batman Returns digital copy code, our question is: Christopher Walken starred opposite John Travolta in what 2007 musical? We can pop in first. The correct answer wins. Michael Reyes pops in with hair and then comes in again with Hairspray. Jack is back, coming in second place. What's going on? Jack is back. Nice to see you pop in. Michael Reyes, that is correct. You saved yourself, my friend. Jack is back, almost had you. But you saved yourself with the Hairspray. Congratulations, Michael Reyes. That is true. Christopher Walken starred opposite John Travolta in 2007's musical adaptation of Hairspray. So congratulations, my friend. Send me the message on either Instagram or Twitter. Claim that code, and I will send you the show. I'll send you the code shortly after the show. All right. So next, we're gonna do the code for Batman Forever. Let's see. Okay, so we got Robin in this movie. Didn't even know that. Had no clue. That makes me even more excited to see it. Okay. I'm with montages. The one Christopher Walken is in Deer Hunter. He's so young in it. Yeah, he actually won an Oscar for it. He was nominated for 2 Oscars, for the Deer Hunter and Catch Me If You Can, believe it or not. And he won the Oscar for the Deer Hunter. So maybe I'll have to watch that sometime. Meryl Streep's my favorite actress, so. So let's see. Here's the question for the Batman Forever digital copy code. Okay. So, for the digital copy code for Batman Forever, keep in mind spelling does count here, right? Spelling does count. The question is, what actor from Batman Forever played Notary Hardenbrook in Tim Burton's Sleepy Hollow? What actor from Batman Forever played Notary Hardenbrook in Tim Burton's Sleepy Hollow? Ray Sai comes in with Michael Gough, and that is absolutely correct. My friend, you did it. Congratulations, Ray Sai. Michael Gough is correct. So, let's see. So he appears in Batman 1989 as Alfred, 92 as Alfred, 95 as Alfred, 97 as Alfred, 99 as Notary Hardenbrook, 2005 he appeared in Tim Burton's Corpse Bride as Elder Gutneck, in 2010 for The Dodo Bird and Alice in Wonderland. Poor guy died March 17th, 2011. Nice old man. Very nice old man. So congratulations, Ray Sai. Send me a message on Instagram or Twitter. Claim that digital copy code. And I will send you that straight after, or shortly after the show comes to an end. All right. Let me see here. Oh my goodness. Okay. Okay, so Batman and Robin comes next. Let me see. Okay. This movie is bonkers. Might be an easy question, but that's what I'm gonna ask. Robert De Niro was just on a roll in the 70s. Yeah, he really was. I agree with you 100%. So let me type out that question. We'll get that Batman and Robin code straight away. Okay, so for the digital copy code for Batman and Robin, the question is, who played Poison Ivy in Batman and Robin? Probably an easy question. Steve says Uma Thurman. Steve. Hello, Steve. How you doing? Steven said 6. And then retracted his message. But Steve. What's going on, Steve? How you doing? I don't think I've seen you here before. Are you new? Because you just won. You might be new. But regardless, you did it, Steve. You did it. So hold on a second. The Destroyer says hi. What's going on, the Destroyer? How you doing? Let me see what's going on here. Having a slight malfunction. Okay, so Steve, you did it. If you're still here, Steve, you just won the digital copy code for Batman and Robin. So, congratulations for that. If you're new, thanks for joining. Hope you stick around, subscribe, and come back again. That's awesome. You just won a digital copy code. So, Steve, if you are new to the channel, this is how you have to claim the code. You have to message me on either Instagram or Twitter, whatever's easiest for you. And I will send you the code after you claim it. So shortly after the show, I will send you that code. So yeah. So if you need my Instagram or Twitter, the links are in the description of the video. So if you need to find me on Instagram, Twitter, whatever the case may be, find me down below. Steve says I won once back in April. Okay. Well, we've been doing this for a while now, so yeah. Hey, it's nice to see you back. It's nice to see you back. So thanks so much. Yeah, message me Instagram or Twitter, claim the code, and I'll send it to you shortly after the show's over. So yeah, congratulations, Steve. All right, now it's time for the big one. Now it's time for the big one. We have Shaun of the Dead, Hot Fuzz, and The World's End, the Cornetto Trilogy, all on one digital copy code. Can you believe it? Let me see. All right. Unbelievable montages. What? That is absolutely bonkers. The budget for Taxi Driver was $1.3 million. $1.3 million. That's it. That's not a lot of money. That is not expensive for a movie at all. Steve says usually working during your live streams. Oh, that's a shame. Sorry, Steve. Well, thanks for popping in. I suppose you're off, so thank you so much for doing that. It means a lot, my friend. But $1.3 million, that is a little bit of money. Okay, so let's give away this code for the Cornetto Trilogy. We type out the question. We're going to get this show on the road. Spelling does count. Keep that in mind. I'll say it now. I'll say it again. Spelling does count. Okay. So for the final digital copy code of the day, the big one, the big digital copy code of the day, we got a 3-movie collection, the Cornetto Trilogy. And the question for the code is, what was the name of Simon Pegg's character in Star Wars The Force Awakens? Whoever can pop in first with the correct answer, with the correct spelling, will win the digital copy code for the Cornetto Trilogy. It's a tough one. Let's see. And congratulations, Jack is back. You just won 3 movies, my friend. You just won the Cornetto Trilogy, Shaun of the Dead, Hot Fuzz, and The World's End. You just did it. Unkar Plutt, that is absolutely correct. Daniel N. comes in second place, Unkar Plutt, and The Destroyer comes in third place, Unkar Plutt. Thanks so much for participating, everybody, but that is correct. Jack is back. You did it. Hit me up on Instagram or Twitter. You just won the Cornetto Trilogy. Congratulations. Unbelievable montage. He was in The Force Awakens. I didn't see him. Yeah, he was in a costume. He was in a he was raised basically the drunk trader, basically. He was sold to Unkar. Ray was sold to Unkar Plutt, basically on Jakku. So he was the big dude in Jakku that that when the Falcon flew off, he was like, "That's mine!" That was Simon Pegg. Oh yeah, I remember now, the alien in the desert. Yep. The Destroyer says I answered first to getting my message. That's actually not true, the Destroyer. I could take a picture right now and send it to you. Maybe on your stream you did answer first. Maybe there's a slight delay. If there is, you got to refresh your stream for that. But I actually did just refresh before sending that question. And Jack is back, popped in first with Unkar Plutt. Then I had second place, Daniel and Unkar Plutt. Then you came in third place, Unkar Plutt. So Jack, Daniel, and then you, Destroyer. Yeah, Jack came in first. So Unbelievable Montage is here to second this. Jack is back as the winner. Came in first place. Daniel Land then came in second place, and the Destroyer did come in third place. Nice try, man. Nice try. But unfortunately, you didn't get this one. So hopefully next time you will win whatever it is I'll be giving away. But yeah, so listen, guys. Tonight, my plan is watch Batman Forever. Watch Batman and Robin. And by that time, I might be going to bed, depending on how tired I am. Or I'm going to start watching Shaun of the Dead. Who knows? But if I don't, I'll do that double feature tonight. Batman Forever and Batman and Robin. And then tomorrow night, I'll do Shaun of the Dead and Hot Fuzz. And I'll definitely either tweet about it or put it on Instagram, whatever the case may be. The Destroyer says, I don't know why it's showing me at first. Well, there's a lot of reasons. It could be because of... No, don't apologize. It's all right, man. Listen, don't apologize. But there could be glitches. It could be a delay in the stream. It could be a lot of things. Did you get that set when it was on sale for $25 at Best Buy? No. No, I didn't. I just bought it last night, actually. I just bought it last night. It was like $45. $25. That's crazy. Let's see. I'll tell you exactly how much I paid for it. I paid $44.99 for it. So maybe I got screwed. Yeah, it was on sale Sunday a month or two ago. Oh. No, I just got it. I just got it last night. I just bought both sets last night. It cost like $135 for both, which isn't horrible for 7 Blu-ray movies, you know. It's not that steelbooks too. 4 steelbooks. It's not that bad at all for a nice box set steelbook. But yeah, so I'm gonna send those codes out just shortly after the show ends, so definitely stay tuned for that. You got a lot of entertainment coming at your guys' way. So yeah, if anybody else has anything you want to put out there, please do. If not, we're gonna get out of here. So it's been another fun one. I'll give you guys another minute or two if anybody has any movie news or anything that might have happened during the week. A funny story. Something like that. Let me see. All right, so let me head back over to the chat. See what we got going on before we wrap this bad boy up. Okay. Okay. Only montages. A24 is releasing First Cow in July on digital. I'm guessing they will release Saint Maud on digital too. There's just no way they're releasing Saint Maud in theaters now. I can't wait to see that Saint Maud movie. That would be awesome to see in theaters. Even postpone it a month. You know? July 17th. No way. No way. July 17th. Are you kidding me? That's 2 weeks away. There's no way. No way. It's not going to happen. They could probably postpone it to mid-August. You know? August will be our big summer movie month. But there's no way that that movie is coming out in 2 weeks. No way. You're right. First Cow. So let's see this First Cow thing. Oh, this, okay. I knew I heard of this somewhere. Yeah, A24 movie. Okay. AMC was already rescheduling. Theaters opening after Milan and Tenet moved. Yeah, and even some Cinemark theaters are open now. I got an email saying that they're going to show Star Wars The Force Awakens this weekend for $5 in XD. So, I mean, I can't go see it. My theater's not open yet, but that's cool. And I know some places are showing, like, Back to the Future, Jaws, Raiders of the Lost Ark, Steven Spielberg, Robert Zemeckis, you know, all that sort of thing. So, but actually, my question is, The Conjuring 3, if they do postpone to 2021, that was supposed to open, what, August 14th? Didn't they say Quiet Place Part 2 was supposed to open a week before that? So if they're going to be postponing Conjuring 3, which comes out a week after slated for last Quiet Place Part 2, is that going to get postponed as well? But that's in September. I mean, if you're talking about movies in September getting postponed, are you saying everything in August isn't coming as well? Like, that just doesn't make sense to me. They may have to move all those movies. It just doesn't make sense to me. Like, if you're talking about moving movies in September, that basically defaults everything in August to be moved. You know, so if that's the case, bye-bye Tenet, bye-bye Milan, you know, bye-bye all these freaking movies. I mean, I don't know. We'll have to see. It's a big mess. But, yeah, there was a discussion if August was even going to be possible or not. All right, then Tenet's not happening then, if that's the case. Milan's not happening then. Those movies will not come out until November, December maybe. Who the hell knows? Who knows? Who knows what's going to happen? These things happen in California, Texas, Georgia, Florida, New York, etc. is just crazy right now. The things happen in California, Texas, Georgia, Florida, New York. Are you talking about protests? Is that what you're talking about? Because I'm not up to speed on the news maybe as much as I should be. I didn't think that was still happening. I thought protests were still happening, but I don't know about riots. Coronavirus resurging. Oh, well, it's probably because of the riots. You know, maybe that's the reason. I mean, everybody was rioting. Everybody was out on the street rioting. Florida got 9,000 in one day. Woo! It's crazy. Yeah, well, you never know. Maybe it was because of all these riots. You know, who knows? We went from protests to riots to coronavirus coming back. So who knows? Who knows what's going to happen? They are just not wearing masks and doing whatever they like. Yeah. You're right. 100%. But, listen. Guys. They even had mask designers. Wait a minute. They even had mask deniers got up and speak why they don't want to wear masks. Oh, I did see that. I saw that online somewhere. That was pretty nuts. I don't know. It's different world, different conversation. But guys, that wraps up Quickie Wednesday Live, episode 20. I want to thank you all for watching. I also want to congratulate all our winners, the Batman movies, the Cornetto Trilogy. We got a lot of winners today. So congratulations to everybody. Next week, hey, we're going to have some surprises. Who knows what I'll be giving away? Who knows? Maybe a cat, maybe a dog, maybe a frog, maybe a lemon. Who knows? So we'll have to see. We'll have to figure it out. Guys, if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. Come back. Have fun with us during the live stream. We'll talk about whatever the hell you want. You know, why the hell not? Have a good 4th. See you next week. You too, Daniel, and thanks for popping in. Means a lot, my friend. And yeah, guys, also hit that like button, share, dance, squeak, whatever you want to do. See you back to Deer Hunter. All right, see you later on Blue Montages. You guys have a good night. That's it for me. Thanks so much for watching this one. Until next time. Over now.